Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Sam Crack, and today we're going to take a look into the world of wrecked DXP cars. Now, there's been a handful of them that have been wrecked. I don't just own the only 2 wrecked DXP cars. Some of them have gone to auction, a lot of them have disappeared, and there's actually one that I'm going to show you that might go to auction, but nobody really knows what's going on with it. But before we get into that, I want to show you some of the work that I've been doing behind the scenes. Now, if we take a step into the makeshift paint shop here, we see we've got the bumper for the new DXP car over there. We've got the fender right here. My plan is to have all this stuff painted and ready to go when we do the one video rebuilding this car. Now, I say the one video rebuilding this car because you've already seen me rebuild that DXP back there. I don't think there's a point to do a whole series on it, and the damage is what I would consider somewhat simple. So I want to try and knock it all out in one video. Why I want to have these parts ready to go. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, finish the Corvette already. So let me show you what I'm working on when it comes to that. Again, we have more paint stuff. So this is the inside trim of a Corvette headlight. And right here is the opposite side headlight. I bought a set with the lenses in pretty poor condition. That's because these headlights cost north of $1,000 for one if you buy one in good used condition. Chevy doesn't make these headlights anymore. So I have to open these up, change the lens, and also change the color inside. You can see I've got this one already disassembled, and it was pretty darn difficult. I even damaged the sides of it a little bit, but with a little bit of sealer, we should be able to make this great again. Hope I didn't lose too many of you with that one, but before we get into DXP news, I want to show you some cool stuff that was sent to me, and I want to do a quick giveaway. Now, I'm personally a big fan of RAVPower gadgets. They're the makers of the VAVA dash cam, my favorite dash cam out, and these are their brand new battery jumper boxes. I equate RAVPower to like the Apple of the automotive accessory world because look at how thin and compact this battery jumper box. Now, this is for smaller applications up to 2 liters in size. All you got to do is pop this little door open. You take your jumper cables right here, you plug them in, and then you're ready to jump a dead car battery. Now, if you need something with a little bit more juice, you can get this one right here. It's only around $10 more. It is a little bit thicker though, and it will jump cars up to 3 liters in size. Same thing, you just pop this door open right here, plug the jumper cables in, you're good to go. Both of these jumper packs also include a USB out, so you can charge your cell phone or any other device that charges via USB. Definitely check them out in the link below. They provide a coupon for my audience, bringing this one down under $30, this one right here under $40. I keep a battery jumper box in every single one of my cars because it's just one of those necessary items. Now, since RAVPower's hooked me up with 2 of these, I'm giving one away to you guys at home. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. While it's not required, I highly suggest you hit the notifications bell so that when I do announce a winner, what I'll be doing is replying to one of your comments, and you'll be instantly notified if you're the winner. Thanks to RAVPower for hooking me up with their awesome products, and good luck to you guys out there. Let's start with my favorite website, the website devoted to the DXP car. So if we click right here on Locate a DXP, it brings up a United States map, and it tells us where all the DXPs are located. If you go over here to the state of California, they've got 27. Well, it's a pretty large state. Same thing with Texas, where they've got 31. But I'm showing you this map because I think it's factually inaccurate. We come over here to my state of Florida, there's only 1 car, but I own 2, so my best guess is that there's 3. I took one from here, the state of Michigan, and also one from Indiana. Now, if we come over to the car that I just purchased, I wanted to go through and review a few of the details that a lot of you guys commented on. So as I just said, this car came from Detroit, Michigan, and if you noticed during the auction, it said that the high bidder was in Michigan. That's because the broker that I used, eRapairables, is based out of Michigan. So even though I'm here in Florida, when they bid for me, it shows that they're in Michigan. Now, I recommend eRapairables to anyone out there that needs the assistance of buying a car at Copart but can't do so due to business licensing laws in their state. If you have more questions regarding how that works, definitely check the link to the video above, and it should help you a great deal. Now, back to this car, it has a Michigan state salvage title, meaning I'll be able to go through the paperwork here in my state to get this car rebuilt and make it road legal once again. Obviously, as you guys saw, this car has a fair amount of suspension damage in this front right corner. And one of the other things that you guys mentioned was that it looked like I picked the car up locally, but again, it says that it was here in Michigan, and that is true. I did pick up the car locally. What's really neat is through Copart is that this was a Copart to Copart transfer. And that really doesn't mean anything except for the fact that I hired a transport truck to pick up the car for me in Michigan. They came and met me at the Copart location in Tampa, where I was able to use their forklift service to take the car off the transport truck and put it on the U-Haul trailer that I rented. And that saved me a good amount of money, because if I didn't have the assistance of the forklift, well, you'd have to pay another tow truck to pull it off for you, and a tow truck can cost you anywhere from $100 to a couple $100. So I just paid for the cost of the U-Haul trailer and I was good to go. Last and most importantly, a lot of you guys said that these Domino's locations are getting smart and they made sure to remove the wrap off this car before they sold it to me. And I would have definitely thought the same thing if it wasn't for the last photo in this series of photos. This one right here. This car came into Copart with this wrap, with the emblem still on it. My best guess is that the wrap was removed on this car at this Copart location in order to keep its identity incognito, like we've said. And there's a specific reason I guess that. You see, in between the first car I purchased to now, there was another DXP car to show up at Copart. And I'll show you my email here directly. A guy by the name of Justin emailed me this screenshot right here. And that's about all we have, because I found that car on the day Justin emailed it to me. And later that evening, the car was absolutely missing. This was another front-end collision DXP car. It's actually not in the best of shape. This one looks like it's got about the same amount of damage as my first one. But if you want to try and do a little bit of sleuth work on it, you can go ahead and Google the VIN number. It's right here. And maybe you guys will be able to find out what happened to that car. I know that I couldn't. My best guess is that someone contacted the insurance company and got the car back before it was ever auctioned off. Now that's just one additional DXP, right? Well, there's been a handful of other total ones. If we come over here to Instagram and we search for the hashtag Domino's DXP, one of the earliest posts was of a DXP car that caught on fire. And this picture is extremely interesting to me because right after showing my first car, I was contacted by one of the head designers of the DXP. And they told me that somewhere during the creative process, it was decided on not to have an actual oven element inside the car because they were afraid of it catching on fire. Now this post is from March of 2016, and it shows a DXP car that clearly caught on fire, and it looks like it caught on fire from the warming oven area. Now if you look right here on my car, the only thing is this electrical converter box, and it's really strange how that would happen, but just like any car, it could catch on fire, and this one did. There's more of these DXP cars that have been totaled and have come up for sale at auction, but there is something brewing in my opinion. This DXP here, located on IAA's website, has been here for nearly a year. Someone sent me this car around the same time that I bought the first one, and it actually had an auction date set. The day that that came, the auction was removed and it turned back to not ready for sale. Another auction day was listed and it went back to not ready for sale. This car has not gone to auction and I doubt it ever will, although, you know, anything is possible. The amazing thing about this one, it only has 421 miles on it. This is a real museum piece restored. However, it's got the most amount of damage I've seen on any total DXP car. If we take a look, the whole front corner looks to be pretty ripped off. This front apron even looks bent. And while the rest of the car looks decent, its door here is definitely crooked. I mean, this has a lot of work to it, but again, only 421 miles. It could be a good showpiece for someone, and that's what it would have to be as a showpiece because it's got a parts-only bill of sale, which means that it would be a heck of a time trying to make this car road legal again. There are a few loopholes people could attempt, but in my state of Florida, it would be very difficult to try and pass this off as a road legal car once restored due to that. Now, the last thing to address based on your comments is what the end game is with these DXP cars, and really I don't have a solid answer for you. Some people are wondering if I bought them specifically just to resell them, and a lot of people say there is no market for them. I will tell you that I have received a few 5-figure offers for these cars, which I think is totally mind-boggling and fun, and honestly they're just offers, so I don't know how real they are, but if they were, maybe I'm a fool for not accepting them. Now, if you have some ideas for the DXP cars, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. If you're subscribed and follow those last 2 things, well, then you're basically entered to win that battery jumper box that I showed you earlier. Guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I will catch you very soon.